Hey everyone, Manero here, and I'm incredibly excited because in this video I'm going to give you a little tour of my art studio. So let's jump right into it. Throughout my life, I've been creating my art in really small places, like a corner in a small room, among other spots. I'm sure many of you can relate. Around 7 months ago, I had the opportunity and made the decision to rent this unique space. The idea of finally having a dedicated area that I could gradually transform into a cozy art studio, a place where I could freely create and feel inspired, has always been truly appealing to me. As you can tell from the pictures, the place needed some TLC. While I moved my desk and started working from my new studio as soon as I got the keys, the actual transformation of the place took several months. And it's still a work in progress, as you will see later. The first thing I did was to create a 3D model of the space, and I used Procreate to start planning the furniture layout and arrangement. At this point, these were just rough ideas, but the place ended up not looking too different from these initial sketches. The first step was painting the walls, and my brother helped me install new flooring. Over the first couple of months, as the furniture I ordered started arriving, the place gradually began to look more and more inviting as I was slowly assembling the different pieces. As I said, it's not finished, and I feel like it will always be a work in progress, but I'd love to show you around. Here's the entrance or reception area. I thought it would be really cool to make this part a resting area, perfect for taking a little break. Having a coffee or a tea, grabbing a drink from the small fridge, and reading some comics. It's also great when friends visit, and we can hang out here. One thing I always wanted to do, but never had the space for, was to expand my comic collection, or even start collecting cool figurines like this Spider-Man. It was thrilling to realize that now I could. This is the main area of my studio. Unfortunately, I had to get fake plants, because there's no way I can keep real plants alive, even if my life depended on it. As you can see, I have plenty of shelves that are kind of half empty now, but I plan to fill them with more comics, art books, and figurines over time. Here are some of the books and comics I've worked on as an artist, or even as an art director, over the years. Most of them are from a lengthy period when I was working for an animation studio called Fantoons, located in Los Angeles. Despite the challenges and the demanding nature of the job, it had its enjoyable moments, and I cherish those memories. I still have this comic I made when I was around 15, more than 20 years ago. And my first ever published comic from 10 years ago. Since this area doesn't have any windows, I knew from the beginning that I wanted to install LED lights everywhere. I feel they give the place a really nice touch of color and a moody feeling, especially when paired with these lamps. This is my desk, which I'm very happy with. It's a standing desk, so I can work either sitting or standing, and we all know that we artists need to get our butts up from time to time. I currently work with a 16 inches MacBook Pro from 2019, and an M2 iPad Pro 12.9 inches from 2022. But the most intriguing setup you're going to find on my desk is probably the stand I use with my iPad. It's composed of two different elements. The first one is the draft table stand by Elevation Lab, which I've been using for a few years now. It's great on its own, but I always felt like my iPad was too low on my desk, and after hours of working, my neck would start to ache. Then one day, I noticed the grooves in this small suitcase, which was actually a case that came with a microphone I purchased at some point. It turns out that the draft table stand fits perfectly into these grooves on the top of the case, and the legs of the stand lock in place. This combination gives me the perfect height and angle I need to work for hours without any neck pain, which is fantastic. I also finally had enough space to acquire one of these large-sized scanners. It was a great addition to my studio because I can finally scan large paper textures and other kinds of handmade stamps and textures that I use to create my Procreate brushes. One project I wanted to undertake was designing and creating my own Manero brushes logo to hang in this specific spot in my studio. I'm a big fan of 3D printing and have 3D printed a few things over time. For example, this Iron Man figure, this Hellboy hand, and these cool robots. A couple of months ago, I decided to get a large filament 3D printer, and I finally finished this project about a week ago. This is the less glamorous area of my studio, so I'll just give you a quick glimpse. This room is more like a workshop, where I keep my two 3D printers, some tools, and other items. I also have some spray paints I like to use for painting figurines or prints, like this cool statue I bought from a bazaar, which I painted green, and this skull that I painted yellow. I really should dedicate an afternoon to organizing all these shelves. There are still things I'd like to do, like hanging some art on the walls and continuing to fill the shelves with cool stuff, but I thought it would be nice to show you my little art studio, where I spend all my time working, creating my art, and specifically crafting my Procreate brushes and tools that end up in the hands of so many amazing artists around the world. I really hope you liked this video. If you use my brushes and post your art on social media, feel free to use the hashtag ManeroBrushes so that I can see what you create. I will be happy to share your creations with my audience. Don't forget to subscribe for more art-related videos and give me a thumbs up. Also, make sure to check out my Gumroad page, where you will find all my Procreate brush sets and freebies that are currently available. I'm sure something will suit your artistic needs. All the links are in the description below. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time.